Doop doop doo 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 doop doo. Welcome to the Smeggie Cave. Hey, how's everyone doing out there today, or tonight, or whenever you're listening to this? I'm doing pretty awesome. So, I wanted to start this up. I know it's the middle of the night, but whatever. I want to talk a little bit about the Michigan 2A rally. So, if you're interested in talking, hit me up over on Gun Channels. I'll send you a link. You can see me over in the Smeggie Cave. In fact, I'll actually pop a link over here onto the YouTube side as well. I'll be chatting over there. Like I said, I just wanted to talk a little bit. I figured, if we can get some people in here, we can talk about if you went to some rallies today. I know there was some anti-gun marches and rallies and stuff. Some people went to that as pro-gun people. Here in Michigan, they had an anti-gun rally in the morning and a pro-gun rally in the afternoon. So I went to the one in the afternoon. Part of me wanted to go earlier today, and it didn't work out. Ended up, caught a ride with someone and everything, and we ended up just going for the afternoon. But I thought it would have been kind of cool to go to the antis and see, what was going on and maybe talk to some people or whatever. But either way, the Michigan 2A rally turned out pretty good. So I met up with a couple people. They had a lot of people that wanted to speak. So it was kind of cool listening to some people, doing some speeches and whatnot. I'd say there was probably about 100 some people. I mean, it is what it is, I mean, some people I noticed on Instagram, some dude who's like super negative about everything. The only comment he left was, "Oh, looks like there's not a lot of people there." Well, motherfucker, what were you doing today? Did you get off your ass? Did you do something for the Second Amendment? Because I went out of my way and I fucking drove an hour and a half to go to my fucking state capital and let them know what I thought. You know what I mean? And if you want to say, well, our state didn't have one, well, then why aren't you organizing one? You know what I mean? Is this isn't a sideline sport. And I know I'm a little bit bitter right now, and it sucks being like it was such a good day, but that really bummed me out was I posted a couple of pictures from the thing. One of them was before it even started, so there was already a good group of people there. And I posted it, and I could see it doesn't show up in the picture, but off in the corner, there was a group of about 20 people walking down the sidewalk heading that way. So it's like there's already a big group over there. More people filled in later. Like it ended up being a pretty good turnout. Would I love to have seen thousands of people? Sure, I would have. But either way, I thought it was good. And when that's the one comment I get on Instagram is, "Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot of people." You know what, dude? What the fuck? What are you doing? And like I said, I know I'm just sounding bitter, so I'm sorry about that. But it really got to me. Like, could it have been better? Yeah, I would have loved to seen a million people there. That would have been amazing. You know what I mean? Million man march, like million woman march, million whatever. Let's get a million people there. Awesome. It didn't work out that way. But either way, we had, like I said, a lot of good speakers. And there was actually a couple of people that were like running for office, a couple politicians. And I'm just going to say it because hey, Gonzo, what's up, buddy? I met you at the thing. Go over to Instagram or Instagram. Sorry. Go over to Gun Channels. I sent you a link since you were there. You can come talk to me. We'll talk about it. But anyways, what I was going to say is there was one guy there. He's actually a state senator right now. He's running for governor. And, he gave his little speech and it's like, all right, maybe he was just looking for votes, whatever. But I truly believe he was genuine. I think he actually likes the Second Amendment. He actually, supports us. And that was just really cool. There was like I said, there was another person that's running for governor, and there was like 2 or 3 people running for like state representative and state senator and stuff. Like there was a handful of politicians. And like I said, I get it. Maybe they just said, okay, here's going to get a couple votes or whatever. If you want to be cynical about it, sure. But what they were saying was on point, and I'm for that. So the one dude, he's got my support. And I was able, I shook his hand and I talked to him for a couple minutes. I said, listen, man, like I know, a lot of people throw around talking points all the time, but when you were speaking, like you sounded genuine. You sound like you actually believe in the Second Amendment. So you have my support. And, I don't throw that around often, to be honest. I mean, if we're getting into politics and whatnot, which why the hell not? It's my show and I'm the only one here, so I can talk whatever I want about. Anyways, I'm normally a libertarian. And a lot of the time, I do the protest vote. I vote for a libertarian, even if they're not going to win. That's just, I feel like it sends a message to whoever does win, Republican or Democrat. They can say, oh, okay, that's fine, dude. You can't jump in. Well, like I said, though, it was nice meeting you. And I joked around about you being a creeper, but obviously I was just kidding. If you know me for more than 5 minutes, I don't take anything seriously. So now that I know, like, you're so close and shit, like we definitely need to go shooting sometime or whatever. But we'll talk about that later. So anyways, what I was saying is the reason I go libertarian is, let's say the Republican wins and they look at how many votes the libertarian got. And they sit there and go, huh, how can I get those people to vote for me next time? Maybe I should do some libertarian type stuff. And let's say the Democrat wins. They're going to say the same thing. I've always described it before. People want to say libertarians are in the middle. No. I am more right than Republicans, and I am more left than Democrats. That's where I live. I live on the extremes, if you want to talk left-right. If you're doing the full, two-dimensional thing, then you got left-right, and then you have, authoritarian and like anarchy on the other side. So I'm down close to anarchy, although I don't believe in anarchy. I think that's not going to work. But I do want smaller government, less control, blah, 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 whatever, which includes the Second Amendment. So I don't want any, legislation on, guns or the Second Amendment or whatever. So I see a couple other people out here on the YouTube side. Hey, how's it going? I suggest you jump over to the gun channel side because I'm going to be looking at that chat much more because gun channels is awesome. And now, I mean, it is still going through a rebuild, so there might be some quirks. Don't worry about it. We're still working on it, but the channels are back. That was one of the setbacks. It was out of our hands. It had to do with like server programming issues, whatever. But they're back. So if you head over to gunchannels.com/smeggies_cave, I put it in the YouTube chat, and I've said it a bunch of times before. In fact, I should put it in the description of these videos. I should get to that. I have like a boilerplate description I use for every single one. I should add that. But anyways, yeah, come over there, dude. It's a great place. I've met tons of people on there, got to talking to them, people I consider my friends. In fact, earlier today, I ended up driving out to Lansing with Squib. I don't know if you guys know him, Squib. Is this Squibload? I think so. Yeah, Squibload. He's on a couple other podcasts. He always jumps in on Travis' podcast on Saturday morning. He does a thing with Hawaii Volcano Squad on Monday nights. And anyways, I met up with him and we drove out together because, why not save gas? Save a little bit of money. And he lives kind of near me. So, but if it weren't for gun channels, I never would have met those people. But anyways, I guess I was talking about the 2A rally. I got distracted, whatever. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And, I thought it was really good. We had a pretty good turnout. Like I said, I had a lot of good speakers. I was I was very close to speaking myself. I know Gonzo, you were giving me shit saying, "Hey, you should go talk." I ain't gonna lie, dude. It is much easier to talk on here. No matter how many people are watching, like it's easy. You guys are just computer people. You're just numbers. When you see the people in person, it's a little more intimidating. So I give all the credit to the people that actually did speak because, that's it. It takes a little bit. And not that I'm like super nervous, but I was a little, especially I didn't have anything prepared, so I didn't want to look like an idiot. I didn't know what to say. So I didn't, and to be honest, like after the fact, I'm kicking myself a little bit. I wish I would have said a few things. So for one, I did think of this, something I really wanted to say, and I'll say to you guys because it's easy to talk to you guys. Um, I wanted to kind of open with a well-balanced breakfast being necessary to the start of a good day. The right of the people to keep and eat fruit shall not be infringed. And that's one of those things, we always hear about like militia and blah, 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 whatever. Well, Bob, if you were over in the Smeggie Cave, you would see I posted the link over there. Just so you know, you can hop over there. But anyways, it's one of those things. If you look at that sentence or that group of sentences that I just said, what does that mean? Does that mean you can only eat fruit for breakfast? Does that mean the breakfast has the right to have fruit in it? No. It means the right of the people to have fruit, and they can do with it as they please. Now, they're encouraged to eat it for breakfast because that makes for a healthy start of a good day or well balanced, whatever. But they don't have to. They can have fruit for dinner, and they don't have to have fruit at breakfast. And it's, obviously I chose those words carefully because, as you guys all know, that's the same as the Second Amendment. Comes up as page not found. Really? It's over there. It might be YouTube messing up the link because YouTube's dumb. Because I'm on there right now, and there's a couple of people over here. I can see them. So I'm not sure what's going on, Sean. But anyways, that's one of those things. I just kind of wanted to make that point. I might have gave that as part of a speech. The fruit's misleading you. It's only sweet, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever, bro. Fruit's good for you. You get the idea of what I'm trying to say. I'm obviously breaking down the people that say, well, only militias need to have guns. And you can go down the whole argument of all of us are the militia. And there are plenty of people that go that route. So I don't know. It's one of those things that's something I think is important. And you don't hear that conversation quite a bit, but I don't see the chat. What the hell's going on, guys? Fucking log back in, Bob. And I'm not sure, Sean. Maybe try just go straight to gun channels. You'll see the main page. You'll see my room there. Like I said, you're using my link, but YouTube likes to like break links so they don't work. You can either copy and paste it into your browser or just type in gunchannels.com and then you'll see a post that I put on the main page saying, "Hey, come join me in the Smeggie Cave." So, and that's one of the things. That's why YouTube sucks versus gun channels. It actually works. So, anyways, you saw Moms Man action at the rally? I did not see any moms. Gonzo was at the rally as well. I met him in person. So, and I found out he lives like a city over from me. So it's like, oh, damn, he's like super close. Exactly. We do all have the right to defend ourselves. Good point, Bob. So, um, anyway, what else you guys want to talk about? Like I said, I was gonna do kind of like um, I don't know, what do you call it? Like a debriefing of the rally. I don't quite know. Oh yeah. Gonzo's got the banjo. He's a weird dude. Weird dude. But he knows I'm just joking. Anyways, I don't know how much more to say about it, to be honest. I mean, it got me invigorated. Like it definitely it rallied the troops a little bit, in my opinion. So I was really hoping. I saw on Instagram a couple people, like I said, there was the anti-march. Oh, really? Huh. Yeah, I didn't see her. Anyways, a couple other states had like anti-gun marches, and I know some people from gun channels went to those, and I would kind of be interested to hear what that happened. You know, maybe tomorrow afternoon I'll do another one of these because maybe more people will be online. Um, so we'll try that again because I do still want to talk about it, but it's kind of hard talking all by myself. Like I don't know what else to say. Like I said, it was nice having some of the politicians there that actually, seemed to like have our back. And the one dude, Colbert, is that his name? Or Colbeck? No, I feel bad. I think it's Colbeck. He's from Michigan. Like I said, he's a senator now. Yeah, exactly. Um, he was pretty good. And like I said, he's running for governor. And Michigan's governor right now, he's like a 50-50. He's signed a couple of pro-gun bills and he vetoed a couple. So it's like, okay, you're like 50-50. Oh my God, Bob, is it so hard to just go to the thing? I'll send it to you. Hang on. Biker Bob. Um, I lost my train of thought. Thanks a lot, stupid Canadian. Oops, that's not the right link. Hang on, Bob. I sent you the wrong one. Yeah, I completely lost my train of thought. But I guess I'll talk about something other Gonzo brought up. Rick Ector. He's a cool dude. He's got an organization or he's part of it. I don't know if he like started it or whatever, but it's LAID, LAID. And it's like, oh, that's kind of funny, and he's got a shirt that's like, everyone should get laid or something. Like, haha, that's funny. Well, what it stands for is legally armed in Detroit. So he lives in Detroit and he's a big proponent of concealed carry. Who's stupid? You are, man. You just got to go to Smeggie Cave. Yeah, I'm talking right to you, Bob. Anyways, so yeah, Rick was really good, and he talked about he was in he was interviewed by like the local Fox station, Fox 2, and he was talking about like extreme protection orders and stuff and how you're pretty much screwed as far as like if someone wants to do a false report on you and say, "Oh, this person's dangerous," they have like a court thing without you even knowing about it. And it's, same stuff we've heard in other states and even federally. Trump talked about it a little bit, like, take the guns first, due process later. I'm sorry, dude. That's just not how it works. You're talking about someone's rights. And I'm all for like, bad guy gets convicted of something. Okay, he loses his rights. Like whatever. It is what it is. And I've heard some people say that that's not the best, and they have a decent argument. But I think we can all agree it's not okay to take away someone's rights before they've even had a chance to defend themselves. Like that's not how our government works.
Well, oh, you gotta like how those these kids will whine and complain. Oh, people shouldn't have the rights to have guns, and people shouldn't have this. This is an infringement of their right to have to wear clear backpacks because obviously, they've had a gun crime in their schools. Now we have to take some precautions. And it's like, no, no, no. We don't want to wear clear backpacks, but everybody else should be restricted from owning a gun. Like, what the fuck? Like, these. Oh, again, it's just like children should not be taken as our beings of consciousness, right? As our you know
Right. No,
I'm actually having a brain aneurysm just because I have to deal with it.
well, don't hurt yourself. But yeah, I completely agree. It's like, the media will put them up when it's convenient to them. And, there are some kids, I've seen some interviews. I'm trying to remember, was it Ben Shapiro or Steven Crowder? I forget which one, but one of them interviewed a kid that went to that school who was also pro gun.
Yeah, it was Steven Crowder.
Was it Crowder? Okay, because
Ben Shapiro might have had somebody as well.
yeah, I know he's
a lot of kids.
The guy Kyle something, Kyle
Yeah,
Kalashnikov or something. I forget.
A lot of kids that were, no, we don't need to take guns away from people. We need to enforce the laws we have because this person shouldn't have had a gun according to the laws we have. Why do we need more laws when we already have laws that should have prevented this kid from having a gun, right? If you're not going to enforce the laws, what's the point of making more of them? Because the only people who obey laws are law-abiding citizens. It's ludicrous. It is just this idiocy.
Right. Well, that's one of the things that so at the rally, like I said, we had some speakers and all that stuff. And then after people were done speaking, we went on a little march around the Capitol. There's a couple of just a couple of different buildings and stuff. We walked all around there. There's one part that it's on the side of the building. This is oh my God, what the hell is it? It's like freedom and something else. I forget what. But some people wanted to take some pictures in front of that and it was just
Did you smash some windows and stuff like that, like the Antifa would do?
No, we did not smash anything. And this is what I was getting to. So
well, you can get impressed.
I had to laugh is that we're going and we're marching and we came up to the street and it was a red light and we all sat there patiently and waited for the walk sign. Now there wasn't a single car in sight on this side street. And gun people are so law abiding.
I know.
We will wait for the walk sign
even though
on an empty street. Yeah. We didn't even want to jaywalk. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's
it's dude, it's same up here. It's like the most law-abiding people in Canada are gun owners because we can't do anything or we'll lose our gun rights or our gun privilege, I should say. Yeah, so it's that's the whole thing is, and I keep hearing this bullshit about American gun. Oh, you can buy a gun anywhere. Man, I was in America. You cannot buy a gun anywhere unless you're willing to break the law. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. You have to be a criminal to buy a gun illegally in America. And it might be technically legal, but it's technically illegal. I mean, otherwise I could have gone down there and bought all the guns I wanted, but I don't want to break the law. Most law-abiding people don't.
Right. I saw a thing and I think it was a little bit older video, but it was some type of anti-NRA march or whatever type of thing, And this dude he was doing a really good job of trying to like stay neutral, but you could tell he was like pro gun. And he was talking to this lady, and she was talking like, oh, what'd she say? Says something about like a 16-year-old can like buy a gun. And he's like, no, actually they can't. And she's like, yeah, like they can just go in without a license and just buy a gun about. He's like, no, they can't. Like that's you don't even know the laws. Like you don't know what you're talking about.
No,
You
that's
want more gun laws, but you don't even know the ones that exist.
now that's bad. Our prime minister, that's kind of like your president, tweeted that we have to change the gun laws in Canada because you can go into a and buy a gun in Canada without a gun license. Now, everybody in Canada who's like since the 1970s, like 78, something like that, we haven't been able to buy a gun or ammunition without a license. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right. They want to
But
change
they lie.
laws that already exist.
Yeah, but these people lie, and I mean, I don't think they're lying ignorantly. They probably know that there's laws, but they probably just go, oh, but people don't follow them. They assume or they convince themselves that people won't follow them. It is just mind-boggling. And like they want to restrict our like they want to kill semi-automatics in Canada because you guys had a shooting at a school and it's become, a big thing in the media. And so now they're going to restrict guns in Canada, who we already have pretty restrictive gun laws in some ways. But we haven't had a problem with that, right? Our big gun crime is like drug crime in big cities. And none of those guns, I think it was 99.99% of those guns, were not registered. So they'd never been registered in Canada. So they weren't stolen or anything like that. They had been, brought in either from overseas or across the border. So brought in illegally. So these are illegal guns to start with. But they want to put more laws on the legal gun owners. And it's like, well, that seems kind of fucked, doesn't it? They're trying to get rid of guns in private ownership. They want to take guns away from ordinary people. And the reason they want to do that is because one day, and I mean, it sounds like crazy, tinfoil hat shit, but I swear the government does not like us to be armed and able to defend ourselves against them.
Yeah, no, that's totally true. I mean, and I get what you're saying. I mean, it does sound kind of tinfoil hat or whatever, but that's the reason we have the Second Amendment is, just in case. Most likely, 99.9% not going to need them, but just in case. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't get the whole thing of taking something away from a legal law-abiding citizen. It's like if that kind of stuff worked, well then I don't know, why not just like make murder illegal? That should just solve all the problems. Like if only murder was illegal, then people wouldn't murder.
I mean, drunk drivers kill more people every year, so just make it that no one can own their own car and they have to use car services that'll have drivers that will be, sobriety tested before they come pick you up. And I mean, that would make more sense, right? It would eliminate drunk driving accidents, wouldn't it? So let's just do that. What's the difference? Because people want to drive their own cars? Oh, but they'll be able to just call one of these driving services. They'll come and drive them. Ubers, self-driving cars. It's all coming, man. We're not going to have any control over our lives pretty soon.
Yeah, well, I mean that's just it, right? It all comes down to freedom.
Yep,
And I err on the side of more freedom,
yep,
and some people go the opposite way.
yep. No, I'll actually be on your side, Smeggie, all the way on that.
Well, that's good to know I have your support.
Yeah, well, hey, better to have even a drunken Canadian support than none.
Yeah, I'll take about anything right now.
That's true.
Yeah, but,
No, actually,
Budget Guns and Gears has a good comment out there. He said it's always been about um, eliminating resistance to tyranny. He says something else. It's never been about saving lives. Like that's what they use as an
that's
excuse.
very
Like,
true.
oh, think of the children and blah blah blah, whatever. They don't actually think that. It's just an excuse to grab, more power.
I mean, think about it. Somebody could have gone, took a car, and mowed down a bunch of first graders walking to school. Nobody would be screaming, "We got to outlaw Fords, Ford Mustangs, Ford Mustangs." They almost started to do that when that was a Challenger. Yeah, it was a Dodge Challenger ran down that woman at some anti-free speech protest. Um, which is like, well, how is that their fault? It's actually, notice you've never heard anything about that. That's mostly because it's turned out that this guy was getting attacked and just punched the throttle, and it was a red.
Oh, he was still a fuckhead Nazi. I mean,
Oh
fuck
no,
that
he was a
guy.
fucking Nazi. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he was a good person, but I think he panicked and lost his shit. I don't think it was deliberate. I think it was a big fucking accident.
I'm not
But
gonna go that route because I don't know enough about it. But either way, I mean the original point of no one's banning, Chargers or Challengers or whichever one it
right,
was.
yeah,
Like
that's the point I was making, right?
it was the thing
We're not
he
gonna
used
ban.
at the time.
Yeah, we're not gonna ban something because it was used to do an atrocious thing. And I think the whole guns are used so. I mean, they are the minority, or not maybe the minority, but they are not the most common thing used to murder people. And the fact that we want to try outlaw something that gives us the ability to at least, maybe not, be equal to the military, but at least in some situations be at least able to hold our own. Um, that's crazy, right? I mean, I put up with my 5 round magazine restrictions because I know it's a aluminum rivet, and that's 30 seconds with a drill. But you know, um, I still want to be able to have my weapons, and I've heard a lot of people say just a bolt action rifle in a resisting oppressive government is probably the best option. Even a single shot rifle, because you're only going to get that one shot and then you just fuck off. But you take out one guy, just that constant resistance. Um, I kind of want the opportunity to, if they,
I want the best tool for the job,
yeah,
whatever that happens to be.
yeah, I want if they overrun my position after I fire that first shot, I want to be able to just like, well, a whole bunch of you guys is coming with me.
Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, I don't see a situation like that happening like anytime soon.
No,
I mean, I really don't.
I mean,
And I was actually talking about this earlier today. people say like, oh, well, you'd be, no match for the military and blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, that might be true, except for the fact that if the government straight up was like, hey, like, you know, we're all Nazis now and we're gonna freaking take everyone's shit.
Like,
I have a feeling, hang on, let me finish. So I have a feeling that half of the military people were like, no, fuck that. Like, which means they're gonna steal some tanks and come fight on our side with us. You know what I mean? So like
yeah,
the idea that we wouldn't stand a chance against the military, I don't buy it because I think that eventually if there really was some type of like military coup that was like trying to take over, like if Trump was like, "Hey, this election we have coming up? No thanks. I'm just in charge now forever. No term limits."
yeah.
People would be freaking out, and I think, like I said, half the military would be on our side. So,
I mean, it boggles my mind that people even think like that. Like, it's just like, really? Because you got to remember the military is still the population. I mean, they are still part of the population. Their parents are in the population. Like they're just not going to do what the president says or the prime minister or whatever, right? Because I've thought about this too, and it's like in Canada, it's like not a chance, right? You guys, not a chance. I've met enough um, Americans to know that that's not going to happen. I, it's in the psyche. South Americans, they're different. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not coming down on them, but like people from different countries have different ideas. I mean, some people will just go, well, yeah, if the military wants to take over. Whereas, like, can you imagine anyone going, no, if the military wants to take over the government, they should. Like, or even accepting that. And yet it happens in other countries. Why is that?
I I have no idea what Budget Guns and Gear is talking about. So, no, I did not see whatever it is you're talking about. Apparently, we got called fascists or something. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, but anyways, like I said, I was kind of starting this up as a comment on the 2A rally.
Yeah, how did that go anyway?
I I thought it went pretty well. I mean, they had some pretty good speakers and
So about how many people?
um I would say probably about 100 something. I mean, it definitely it could have been more, but fuck the dude on YouTube that's like, it doesn't look like a lot of people. Fuck you. And yeah, I'm getting bitter again because did you get off your fucking ass and do something? Because I did today. Did you organize one in your own state? I have no idea where the dude lives. But did you fucking do something? Don't be fucking criticizing us and saying that we suck.
So,
So
did you have any counter protesters?
I I didn't see any. Apparently there was like one person from Mom Demand Action. Gonzo was there as well. He's talking out in the YouTube side. He said something about it, but I didn't see anybody. There was an anti-gun
There could have been
rally
a big
this
fight.
morning, but I did not make it to that.
Can you imagine if Antifa had showed up to one of those? Oh, that would have been great. Could have got beat up some Antifa people.
Uh,
I really want to punch an Antifa person in the face. I'm not sure why. I just need to.
okay, whatever makes you happy, but
Well, I just find those people disgusting. So they call themselves anti-fascists and want to shut up people who want to speak. Like,
yeah, no, that's true. They use a lot of
yeah,
fascist techniques and then say they're anti-fascist. Like,
I know.
we're anti-fascist, but if you disagree with us, then like we'll punch you in the face.
Yeah.
It's like that's kind of what fascists do. I mean, I don't know if you've studied your history there, sir, but that's kind of
Oh no,
exactly
they
what
haven't.
they did.
They're a bunch of dumbass punks, eh? It's like, I used to do all my videos on Muslims and how, you know, you want to fuck with me? Come find me, you sons of bitches.
Dude, Gonzo, how did you get all the fucking first off, you're saying 200. I don't know about that, bro. It's possible if that's your opinion. But I mean, now
Anyway,
he's
they
saying
did
that we did
Gonzo.
have an Antifa guy show up. I didn't see that. You were the one saying that we had a Mom's Man action person earlier. I didn't see that.
Think
I
about that,
mean,
dude. He's named Gonzo. I'm pretty sure if I'm like gonna check statistics and I see John reported this many, Steve reported this many, Mary reported that many, Ethan reported that many, Gonzo said we had that many. I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna take the average of these four, just cause, you know.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was hard to judge. I mean, that people were kind of coming and going as well. So
Well, he may have been, Gonzo. Mm. Have you ever seen anything by Thompson?
what?
Hmm?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Uh, you ever seen any of the movies and anything about the author?
No,
Oh my God,
I'm very
child,
confused what's going on right now.
child.
But I mean, I know Gonzo's part of like Hunter S. Thompson. I've heard of that before.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. God, you didn't
What
even
does that have to do? What does that have to do with the Muppets? Nothing.
well,
Gonzo's a Muppet, and he always
Hunter
will
S.
be.
Thompson was famous for coining the word gonzo, and gonzo is in the Muppets. So, anyway, now that you understand that, child.
I understand Gonzo's a Muppet. That's what I understand. I have no idea what you're on about on all the other shit.
Hunter S. Thompson. It was all about the gonzo road trips and shit.
Yeah, he was like the weirdo dude, right?
Well, he trained his Dobermans to bite a dummy of Richard Nixon on the crotch, and then Richard Nixon's arms would go up and go, "I'm not a lawyer." He once shot at John Denver with a pistol because John Denver was at his creek and trying to take water out of it. He was a crazy dude, man.
All right.
Absolutely
I
nuts.
think we're off topic here because I have no idea what's going on.
Really? You never heard of Hunter S. Thompson?
I've
His
heard the name.
son,
Wasn't he the
son
Las Vegas dude? There was a movie.
Yeah, well, there was movies about him, but I mean, he was a famous writer for Rolling Stones and shit. He
Okay.
wrote a whole bunch
I'm
of
not quite
books.
sure what that has to do with the 2A rally, other than there's a person named Gonzo in the chat that I met today,
Well,
which is why we brought it up because that's what I
okay.
was getting at.
Tell us about what you were saying. Then I'm sorry I interrupted.
Well, I was just mentioning how he's like a volunteer of one of the groups, um, say Southeast Michigan Volunteer. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was like a militia thing or whatever. They brought a bunch of people. I know that. So good on you. But so that's all. I would just mention that if he's apparently saw more people than I did, if he knows of a couple of the Southeast Michigan Volunteer
Oh,
Militia.
good on you, Gonzo, for getting out there and fucking making an effort, man. Like, shit. I think we got the first or the second. I think it might be the second. We've got a big rally going on because the Liberal, our new government, is trying to push a bunch of gun laws through. Apparently, you guys had a high school shooting, so now they're going to push a bunch of laws through here in Canada. So now we have to go to a big fucking rally. It's going to piss me off, and I'm, you know.
But it's going to be like a pro gun rally. That's
Oh yeah. No, it's big
Canada.
time pro gun rally. Yeah, it's like no. You don't start registering our rifles. You don't start doing all this shit because nothing's happened here. Like fuck you. Yeah, it's.
I'll be interested to hear about that one. That's.
I'm kind of like I'm planning on going to it. My brother's all up in arms about it, so yeah, we'll be going to that. Well, it's bullshit, right? You guys had something happen in a school, which wasn't even that big a deal. 17. And oh no, it's the biggest thing. Like, what the fuck? Like, they're just pushing it so hard. Like the news. I can't believe the fucking news. Like my feeds on my YouTube are just full of these live stream about this and this and this and it's like, and it's all these kids like screaming, NRA, blood in your hands, gun owners are evil, and I'm like, what the fuck kind of retarded propaganda is this shit? It is insane. It's
well, they definitely have a monopoly on like the mainstream media. I'd be interested to see because, like I said, I didn't make it earlier, but I'd be interested. Like, did the news show up for the freaking anti-gun rally earlier? Because I didn't see like the major news places for the pro-gun rally. There was like one person that I saw with, had like a camera and a mic that was interviewing a couple people, but I'm not sure where they were from. I don't think they were from like D.C. or something, you know what I mean? Like I think they were just maybe like an internet person or something.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get a chance to talk to them, so I don't know if they were, covering it fairly or were they like, we're gonna find the crazy guys and talk to them and make everyone seem, like a bunch of gun nuts. So I have no idea. So I won't comment on that. But what I do know is I didn't see a big ass fucking news truck with all the, like big time news people there.
Well, there wouldn't be. It's like how they covered the school shooting where the resource officer stopped the shooting, right?
Oh yeah, the Maryland one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not hearing shit about that, and that just happened last week.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, because it was a good guy with a gun, and that doesn't happen apparently. Remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's so biased, and like the thing is, I think the problem, or I think maybe it's not a problem actually. It's actually a good thing. Is what's happening is because of the internet, because people are maybe getting a little more aware, and because the generation coming up is so much more online, they do get exposed to more of the other stuff, right? And I think as long as you can keep the internet alive with like the truth, that it will actually ultimately become the majority of people go and look at mainstream media and go, oh fuck, what crap, right? Because that's the way I look at mainstream media now. It's like even the ones I used to trust, I never trusted American media, just because I'm Canadian. But I always trusted my you know government broadcasting network and they were really good. Like through the probably the 50s, 60s, 70s. Like they broadcasted Vietnam for real. They gave both sides. There was no, bias there, right? There was no bias on anything up until about 1990. And then it got really fucking weird. And they changed. And then whatever government was in power, of course, the government's paying their bills, right? Giving them the money. And then all of a sudden, boy, they're getting like, and I kept thinking, well, why are they saying this and all these other news networks are saying that? And it was kind of fit the government narrative. Man, it's really disturbing, but the internet has opened that up. So now we can look and see on the internet, and we can go either I'm going to just follow CBC or ABC or whatever on the internet and just watch their news broadcast, or I'm going to actually go and look at somebody else's, right? And you start getting those other viewpoints. And most people are reasonably intelligent and reasonably curious will go and look for those viewpoints. And pretty soon, they're not believing the mainstream media anymore.
I just want to say I get all of my news from the Smeggie Cave, and I think all of you should as well.
Angelina was telling me
source for cave-related news.
I actually have to say, Angelina from Daily Gun Show said she was in your Smeggie Cave and it smelled moldy.
Well, then she's a liar.
I don't know. I don't think Angelina didn't lie.
Well, then whatever.
I'm just saying. Like, number one,
if you think the cave,
she's taller than you. Number one, she's taller than you. Number two, she's cuter than you. And number three, her name's Angelina and yours is Smeggie. So I think she wins.
Okay. If you want to believe her, that's fine. I stand by the fact that it's not moldy in here.
I don't know.
I think everyone has the wrong picture of the cave.
Well, you gotta upload the picture of the cave, right? You just gotta show us a picture of the cave. Dude, show us a picture of the cave. Just make a picture of the cave, and then when you use Smeggies Cave, that can be the background. Right? Just do the cave. I'm telling you, you gotta do it now.
I've explained it enough now. I don't need to explain it again. So if people want to give the cave crap, then fuck them. I don't care.
You're wrong. I'm right. You're wrong.
It's my cave. I'm right.
But you're wrong.
How it works. This ain't no fucking democracy. I win.
I still think you're wrong.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Smeggie. I just have to fucking always bug you. I don't know what it is about you that just makes me want to do that.
I don't know either. I guess I'm just a good target.
Not really. You're kind of tall and thin. It's really hard to hit those thin targets. Much better when they're big and round.
Oh yeah, I got good reach. I can outreach any day of the week.
Oh, Yankee's a good target. He's a big round target.
He's pretty tall too, though.
Yankee? Oh God, no, he's like 6 foot maybe.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's not tall.
I know he's shorter than me, but he's still like, I
No,
don't
he's
know. I
not.
think I'd call 6 foot tall. I mean, it's not like super tall, but
Nah, it's
it's
not even
it's taller
tall.
than average.
No, not really. Well, kind of.
Yeah, it is. Average is 5'7",
Barely.
but whatever. I don't really
5'11"
care
for
about
average,
people's
whatever.
heights.
Anyway, but thing is, Yankees got those big, wide, giant hips, makes him look like a pear, and that's why he makes such a big target, eh? Because he looks like a pear.
Yeah, see, Pants is saying 6 foot is tall.
Yeah, but Pants is 5'5".
Oh, is he? I didn't know how tall
Five
Pants was.
five. He's 5'5" and 250 pounds. So, you know, Pants anybody is tall. I have no idea what Pants looks like. I'm just saying that to piss him off.
Oh, fucking A. You ever like stretch and then end up like hurting yourself more than if you just didn't stretch at all?
Yep. You ever stretch and make some muscle go into a cramp? Happens to me in the morning all the time. I'll stretch in the morning. I'll stretch my legs out, and then my leg muscles go into cramps, and they'll just be like my feet will just be pointing straight out, and they'll be like, ah!
Oh yeah, like give yourself a Charlie horse rep. No, I just like popped my shoulder or something, but like, it felt kind of tense, so I'm like, I'm gonna stretch my shoulder out, and I lifted my arm up, and like I got a shooting pain like down my muscle. Was like, oh, that's not good.
No, it probably means you got cancer.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I was laying on it weird earlier. It's just that I have cancer. Okay.
Oh no, you probably have cancer. You're probably gonna die in a couple of months.
Yeah, that dreaded shoulder cancer that
Oh,
just so
well, you know
happens to
what?
line up with
You
when
know
you
what?
lay on your arm at a weird
No,
angle for a while
no, no,
and
no,
then try and stretch
no,
it.
no. It's because the lung cancer will come up through your shoulder, and you'll feel it there. So yeah, you're probably gonna die in a couple of months.
Okay. Well, thanks for the heads up.
That's okay. No charge, man.
Uh,
You know, happened to my dad. Sucked, but shit happens.
yeah, I'm gonna stick with it's just a muscle thing since like I said I was laying on it
Oh yeah,
weird.
I wouldn't go see a doctor. There's no point at this point. Like, yeah, you'll be dead before the chemo would take effect anyway. So, just do all the things you've always wanted to do. You ever want to go skydiving or ride
Nah.
a bull maybe? You could ride a bull. That'd be kind of
That doesn't interest me.
no. Well, what would be a real cool thing for you to do before you die? Like,
I don't know, but it's completely irrelevant, so whatever.
you never know. Might as
You're
well,
right.
you know.
I could get hit by a bus tomorrow. That's perfectly
That's true.
possible.
Yeah,
But it's
absolutely.
not something I care to talk about right now because who cares?
Well, it's true. You don't have any like heirs, right? Like it's like when you die, it's the end of your genetic line, right? That's gotta suck. God, I love bugging you. It's so fun. I'm sorry. It's so mean. It really is mean, but this is so fun. Make this a cartoon show. Oh God, I just had a great idea. The Bob and Smeggy show. I could just kick this snowman down the sidewalk. Like, ow! Hey, quit it! Oh no, okay. I got. Oh no, that's terrible. Terrible idea. It looks kind of brutality for no reason. Sorry, Smeggy.
I think I was talking to myself there for a little bit because I just noticed my headset was not hooked up.
Yeah, I hadn't heard a word.
So I was talking to you, but apparently you didn't hear me because you kept talking. I was like, well, he might be ignoring me because that's something you do. But then I realized the thing wasn't plugged in. So
yeah, I haven't heard you for about at least 5 minutes.
oh, okay, that's good.
That might.
Well, I just told the secret of the answer to the life universe and everything. So if you wanted to know that, you missed it.
Well,
yeah, Gun Channels is working. Why are you guys all asking? 42? It's working. Oh, it's working. Hey, it's working. 42? Yeah, it's working.
42 is the question. What's the answer?
Oh. Yeah, there's a link over on Gun Channel side in the Smeggie Cave. You guys can jump over there, click on the link, you can join.
Wait a minute. Who's Michael? I don't know him. Do I know him?
Been in a few times. Cool guy.
Yeah? Okay. If you vote for him, I'll give him
I'm a little confused, though, because on YouTube he's Michael, and on Gun Channels he's Troy.
Yeah.
Troy.
Yeah.
But I don't know what his real name is. He must be an imposter.
No.
I think I'm going to call him Troy Michael.
Yeah. Well, my first name's Michael, but I go by Troy, and I've gone by Troy all my life, but
that's just confusing.
I know.
Troy.
You can call me whatever you want.
I'm going to call you Sally.
Don't call me Sally.
Oh, no. No, that's too good. But I don't like Sally.
Am I going to be like Night Strike where I have to go by...
Mary.
No, not Mary at all.
Mary, yeah, Mary. Because it could be Mary. That could be a male name, or it could be a female name. So let's call him Mary from now on.
Oh, my God.
Well, it's better than Sally.
I'll go with Troy if that's what you prefer.
Yeah, I do prefer
God, I want to go with Mary.
Well, you do whatever you want. No one likes you, Bob.
Yeah, whatever.
Bob, you get so much crap. I don't think you can call me Sally or anything like that.
All right, I'll call you Troy.
Thank you.
Under protest.
Under protest. I got it.
Hey, protests work. Awesome. Hopefully the 2A protest works and we don't get any. Here's the thing. Michigan has not jumped on the bandwagon. We don't have any like crazy shit that got introduced. So even though we had a rally today, it was more just reminding everyone, we're paying attention, we're watching, and we like our rights.
Smeggie, yeah. I saw that on Instagram.
Yeah.
You were there. You were doing your thing.
I was there. It was good. Good
yes,
time.
Sir.
Well, Smeggie, as much as we all like to give him shit, he's a good dude.
Smeggie is awesome.
I got my first internet stalker. That was Gonzo, and I felt like a celebrity. He was all like nervous talking to me because I was so awesome. It was great.
Smeggie, I was nervous talking to you the first time. Come on.
Awesome. I'm a celebrity.
Oh my God, it's Smeggie fan night.
And Bob, you're just so ornery. I don't even want to be on here right now.
Oh, for God's sakes, I'm the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
Bob, you are not.
Actually, I am. In real life, I'm the, like, yeah.
Canadians
Yeah,
are
I
supposed
want
to
to
be
meet Bob in
nice.
real life. I've yet to do that because I missed the last time he came down.
Yeah, you did.
So
But
next time you're in the States, we'll try and meet up sometime.
Bob's all right. He's a good guy.
So I got some people watching and stuff, and since we're thinking 2A or whatever, let me ask this. How many people are going to Chicago for the gun rights policy conference?
oh, when is it?
I don't remember at the top of my head right now.
Well, and how are we supposed to know if we're going, dude, if we
Well,
don't
you
know?
just say you're going. It's in the fall sometime, I think, but I don't quote me on that. You know, you can go to gun channels and click on events and find it. I just don't feel like doing that right now. But it's in Chicago this year, and I will definitely be there because that's like a 4-hour drive for me, so that's easy to go to.
That's why he's not on the Daily Gun Show regularly anymore. He is just terrible at the details.
Bob, why are you on the Daily Gun Show every night? I mean, come
Just 'cause
on.
I show up. I mean, honest to God, just because I show up. I showed up from day one. Times when I've said, I'm going on holidays. See you in a couple of weeks.
You make the excuse that you've only one computer and one screen.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that you can have tabs to
Bob
look
doesn't know
up.
that. Don't
I
confuse
know
him.
you can. I just don't want to bother with them.
All right.
Yeah. No, it's just like, I don't want to do that because I got to switch then.
If I
have both my laptops down in my, that's the other thing is I have two laptops, but one's upstairs now, so I can watch videos with my girlfriend. Because otherwise, she gets grumpy if I spend all my time in the bunker. And I don't want to carry the computer back and forth. So, yeah, I prefer, like, the way I like to run in the camper and shit when I'm doing the traveling is two laptops, and I got one that's, watching the gun channels usually and YouTube, and I've got split screens, and anyway,
it's rough.
But when I only have one computer, I like to have a full screen when I don't know why, because it's not like anybody turns their camera on, but for whatever reason, I like to have a full screen, and yeah.
Yeah, I use a split screen and then I have tabs. So I try and keep up on everything, but
yeah, like you're so like I'm just like I want one screen on this computer and I want one screen on that computer because the way I'm used to computers, if you had two screens, they'd fuck up. But like I have, two 10-year-old laptops, so yeah, they never almost never fail.
Yeah, well, I know about tabs, so I can switch over to anything that I need. But, you're good, Bob.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. I mean, like when I took computers in grade 12, the optional courses in grade 12 in school, we took computers and we learned how to key punch cards. Right. So we learned how to key punch cards to program a computer with paper cards. So I'm really on the edge of technology. When it comes to nowadays, we have laptops and all that kind of crap. Now you can learn all that shit. Now I've done okay, but yeah, it is far beyond what I was wired for. And I think it's far beyond what most people are wired for. And we're running into problems.
Paper cards? What are you talking about, Bob?
No, you must know when they used to program computers with paper cards.
That's got to be in the 80s, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like an old curmudgeon-y guy on the
Yeah, dude,
internet. You gotta have
that's how it used to be. You'd punch, a paper card, and then you'd give it to the mammoth, and he would take it over to the triceratops, and then they'd load it in the computer. That's what Bob's used to.
No, pretty much, man. I honestly got like before
And
that
you'd get a 404 error when the Velociraptor
is-
stole your punch
thing is
card.
that before that we had computers, but they were mechanical computers, right? You would turn a dial to here, turn that one to there, like say, this is our elevation, this is our latitude, and it would put it where it was supposed to be, right? According to what the computer said. This mechanical, big giant calculators. That's all they are. Now, when they went electronic, they got way more efficient, but they were no different than a big giant calculator. It was ones and zeros, and they just use those ones and zeros, right, to calculate shit. That's how they work. How they always have worked. So
Bob,
it's just, we've got really efficient at making really, really tiny processors.
Bob, the chat wants to know if you have a real girlfriend.
Yeah.
All right.
She's got a daughter.
Oh, wow.
Oh, don't even go there. Daughter's only 18. Has a boyfriend.
Oh, that's the worst.
Boyfriend's okay. He's kind of fat and lazy, but most teenagers these days. I'm not kidding. I'm not even. I've had to say to him, like, get off your fucking ass and help your girlfriend, right? She'll be like cooking them lunch or something. I'm like, off your ass, help her. Oh,
What part of Canada are you in, Bob?
Manitoba. Right.
Okay. You're in the middle.
Yeah, kind of above Minot. Eastern side of the middle, but
Sorry, Smeggie.
So what else did you guys see of any rallies going on today?
I saw a couple of actually on Instagrams and on YouTube's. So there were a few going on. Although
I saw G-Webs went to, again, like an anti-gun thing. And he took some pictures of some signs, which were just, let me see if I can pull them up. I mean, they were just freaking like ridiculous.
oh yeah, I mean it's like, oh, you're gonna buy machine guns and kill kids at the age of 16. And it's like, no. But yet they get to carry these signs around. It's like, well, I'm going to carry a sign around that says that guns don't really kill people. People are bulletproof. Like, what the fuck?
Let me see if I can find them.
Bob.
Oh, the Instagrams.
Wouldn't that be the ghost dance? Yeah, that was the ghost dance.
Bob, are you biker, Bob?
Yeah.
Okay.
Biker Bob 59, though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's another Biker Bob up. Well, there's a bunch of other Biker Bobs. I still swear I was the first one. I got called that when I was 18 years old. So
Biker Bob 59.
Well, I got called Biker Bob, but Biker Bob 59 is my YouTube name because Biker Bob was already taken.
And 1959 is your Instagram? if you don't mind me. I don't care.
Like about 1959 is probably my Instagram, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No worries, man. I don't care.
I don't want to put it out there if you don't want to.
Oh, hell no. I want everybody to see my crazy shit.
Your old ass.
So we got
There ain't that much
I found the thing on Instagram. There's one. This really bugs me. Dude, it looks like he's sitting in a wheelchair. There's a lady behind him holding up a sign. 87-year-old veteran. And then it says ban military style weapons.
Yeah.
And then
all right. So
clothing in school is more regulated than guns in America. Really? Because last time I checked, you can buy a tank top without a fucking background check. You know, you can buy short shorts without being on a registry. You don't have to wait 6 months and pay $200 to buy a jean jacket.
It's against the rules to wear a tank top in the school. But apparently it's not against the rules to bring a gun in, I guess.
Yeah. Then there's this other one. This other one says, it's called an assault rifle, not a hunting rifle, because it assaults people. Well, first off, you guys are the ones calling it assault rifle. Like, that's like saying, like you made up the term and then you criticize it for the term you made up. That's like saying it's called libtard because you're retarded. Like, I'm the one making up that term and calling you that, and then saying the definition of what I made up, therefore it's true. Like, no, it doesn't make it true.
Well, yeah, the worst part of it is that they will use their own made-up terms to justify what they're doing, right? So it's like, we're going to lie to you, and then we're going to explain to you that we lied to you to make you understand that this is wrong and you should do what we say.
Yeah. Then there's the other one. It's easier to buy a gun than my education. Since when? Have you guys ever filled out a 4473 to buy a book?
That's false.
Have you guys ever, gone through a background check to, watch something on YouTube that's educational?
False.
Yeah,
the people who say
thoughts and prayers are not enough. This other one, control guns like cars. Like training, check mark. License, check mark. Insurance, check mark. Like, no, I don't want to control guns like we control cars. That's not what it's about. And then there's this other one. So it says 1791 Second Amendment, one shot at a time. Present day, 90 rounds per minute. Like, what the fuck, dude? It blows my mind. When they try and pull that shit where they're like, oh, the Second Amendment was only about muskets and blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, first off, they had shit back in the day that was, high rate of fire for the time. And, obviously, like, they were fine with that. And then you look at the thing.
You could own a cannon. Now,
that's what I was getting to. So the mark of reprisal, where basically this shipping company, like, wrote the government, were like, hey, can we have cannons because, like, pirates are attacking us? And the dude wrote back and was using, common language of today's time. Basically, the dude wrote back was like, yeah, you can have a cannon, dumbass. What the fuck you think we wrote it for? Like, of course you can have a cannon. That's what you need to protect yourself, dummy. Why wouldn't you be allowed to?
Yeah, and think about even a smaller 8-pound cannon with grape shot. Now, how many 30 caliber rounds would it shoot a minute? I mean, even if it only fired once a minute, it's shooting like 400 rounds. You know, it's ridiculous that they want to say, oh, it's how devastating a weapon it is. Thank God none of these stupid high school shooters thought of using a shotgun.
Yeah, I just typed this out, but I'm going to say it out loud anyway. So, got out in their chat, like, people talking about, it's a military grade weapon. And it's like, no, I'll just say what I said. Don't dare call my AR military grade. Mine is way better. I have a stainless steel barrel. I have a nickel boron coated bolt carrier group.
Yeah.
I have upgraded furniture. I have an ambi safety. Like, don't call. I got a fucking red dot and backup sights. Like, don't call mine military grade. Military grade fucking sucks. The stocks on those are crappy. The
only thing it has is an advantage. It's got full auto, and I really don't believe that's an advantage.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would like to have burst fire, but everything else about my AR is an upgrade from mil spec.
Yeah, and that's what people are stupid about, right? Is you can have a hunting rifle that has exactly the same, even more so, and plus way more power. Like, think of 30-06, right? These people are getting shot with 223s. Oh, terrible. 30-06, you're blowing limbs off. I mean,
yeah. I mean, a fucking
right, 12 gauge shotgun loaded with slugs. Horrendous injuries. Way more fatalities. Nobody's using those. You know why? Because they don't get as much press. I don't know. But they're like, thank God they're using these gopher guns. And
yeah,
really, I mean, don't like
you could bring in a fucking M1 Garand,
oh God,
still semi-auto, way bigger bullet, like, that's, yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
It's crazy. I mean, and any hunting rifle, like any 4-shot semi-automatic hunting rifle with a bunch of magazines, you bang off 4 rounds of 30-06, you're clearing the area. You smack another mag in. I mean, it's ridiculous. Have a revolver for backup, whatever, right? It's stupid to think that AR-15s are the problem. They're not. The problem is the press makes these guys superstars, and then I'm going to be in the press. This guy's going to be on trial for the next 5 years, 6 years. I mean, this is what he wants, right? It's insanity. Actually, I think this guy just wanted help, but yeah, didn't get it. Tried. His parents tried.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I always bring up, like, if you want to say that the AR-15 is the problem or whatever, well, how many million AR-15s are in this country?
Yeah.
And one of them was misused that day?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Just look at percentage. It's anybody can use anything, like, can misuse anything. Yes. And like you said earlier with, like, a car or whatever, blah, 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 whatever. It's like, yeah, sometimes people get in accidents, but 99% of people drive to work every day and don't get in an accident. So it's like, it's obviously that cars aren't a problem. Okay, well, 99% of people use guns safely, and it's not a problem. So how come all of a sudden, when it's like the 0.1% of guns that are misused, and it's more decimal points than that. I've talked about it before. You guys have all heard me. I did the numbers. compared to like, the guns, and then divided by the misused and, whatever. And it was something like, like 0.001% of the guns are ever even used in a crime. And then if you look at like, like rounds fired per year, and I had to use very rough numbers. I remember that. I definitely rounded a bunch because it's hard to know, but I just kind of figured out, whatever. I forget where I got it from, but I had to figure something out and then take an average and round it off and whatever. But when you look at that, it's like freaking like 0.00001% of bullets are aimed at a person and not like a target or a deer or a whatever else. Like basically, the vast majority of rounds fired a year are fired in a completely legal and safe way. And like a super duper tiny little percentage are used, inappropriately. I wish I could find that paper so I just had the numbers, but I'll
No, you were completely.
again. I've mentioned it now 3 or 4 times. I should just redo it.
Yeah, you're completely right, though. I mean, it is. If you look at it statistically, firearms are one of the safest things to own. Strange as it seems, because these are these devil killing machines, but yet if you own them, firearms owners are in most, like 99 point, like say 99 and percentages out in the wazoo, are the safest, most law-abiding citizens in the world.
Yeah.
And
well, and especially when you look at concealed carry people, I mean, as a group, someone with a concealed carry permit is less likely to commit a crime than police officers. And I have to say, police officers are probably pretty law-abiding people. Like, they get into it because they want to uphold the law. Like, most of them are not bad guys. Every once in a while, you get a bad guy. Well,
or
every super duper once in a while, you get a CCW holder who's a bad guy. It's like the fuck it. It's just insane.
I know it's such a small percentage, though. I mean, it's the same thing up here, right? And they're trying to do, I don't want to get into it, but yeah, there's some bad shit going on up here right now for gun laws, but one person I do want to shout out while I'm on your show, and there's people watching, I guess there are. But anyway, Donut Operator. I don't know who the hell this guy is, but I just found him a little while ago, and he's hilarious. And I guess he used to be a cop. Now he works in a gun shop. And him and this other cop get together once in a while and do a live video where they, look at videos of people, going, I'm a sovereign citizen. And then they play bingo with it. I don't know. It's really funny. He's a really funny guy. And so, yeah, I would support, or not support, but just go check him out. Donut Operator. Which, makes sense. And he used to be a cop. So he likes donuts. You ever heard him, Smeggie?
I've heard that name, and I want to say I heard it recently because of that person who like cut their AR barrel in half or whatever.
Yeah, he did a video.
And he did a big thing about like, where's the ATF? Like what's going on here? Blah blah. And apparently, so I just heard this recently. Apparently, she actually is being investigated.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I hope she gets fucking thrown in jail for that, because
she won't.
If you are calling for more laws while breaking the law, you kind of lose all footing.
Yeah, you got to know, dude, she's never going to get thrown in jail for that. She's going to get maybe a fine, at the most. Really, it's just like they're just going to go, oh, well, she's just a dumbass. Right?
If you're on the left, they're not going to press any laws at all.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's the beauty of our court system and our justice system.
Yeah. Oh, it depends
They
on.
don't have to be left or right, you know? They just have to enforce the law.
You
Definitely
know
enforce
what?
the law.
You think that because they're cutting AR-15s in half and making them into SBRs that they're going to convict them?
I cannot speculate on the future because I don't know. And I think there's a possibility on this one.
Yeah,
I know there's been some other ones that have gotten away with shit, but I don't care. The law is the law, and that's.
She's already came out and said, "Oh, we'd already disabled the bolt on it and stuff." So
Yeah, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. The only way to make a receiver inoperable is to torch cut in 3 different places and remove at least an inch of material. She did not do that.
They're not gonna do that, dude. They're not gonna charge her for that. They're gonna let her off, going, "Oh, she didn't mean to do it." Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna fucking make an SBR and say I didn't mean to do it.
Yeah, I hate to admit, Bob is right. Bob is right.
The pessimist in me says that, but the optimist in me, who's got a fucking raging hard on today because of this 2A rally and how awesome it is, the optimist in me says,
I don't think anybody needed to know that, Smeggie, because not quite sure what a snowman hard-on looks like, but I'm pretty sure it's as big as you want to wrap your mitts around, I guess.
Oh.
But anyways, maybe I used a bad phrasing of words with Bob in here because he always takes everything to the lowest level. But no, I'm seriously energized. Like I'm ready to rock and roll, and that's mainly because of today was just so awesome. And I hope everyone out there, your state has some type of rally and you get involved in it, maybe even help plan it. Like that'd be awesome. You know,
I think it's great, man.
Do it, man.
It's really cool. I think that's something that has to happen everywhere. Like I say, it's happening here about the new restrictive gun laws they're trying to push on. People are starting to stand up and go, "Oh, hell no." Right?
So, Bob, you don't think Trudeau is pushing for gun rights in Canada?
Gun rights? No, he's pushing for gun restriction.
Yeah. Well, from what I've heard, Trudeau is like one of the best prime ministers in Canada since Barack Obama was president.
He's crazy.
Yeah, I know that.
So I don't know where you're hearing this from, but you should not hear from them anymore.
Okay.
Because they're wrong.
But if you actually listen to some different...
We call him Trudeau. Like, honest to God, his own party thinks he's a dumbass. The only reason he's a leader is because he's got nice hair. That's the only thing we can figure.
Well, yeah, I mean, Trudeau's a young guy. Yeah, I can't be positive for Trudeau.
I know he's a big embarrassment to the whole country, and people are like they say, yeah, if the Liberals keep him as a leader, they won't win the next election, and they're probably not going to anyway, because now we got a Sikh, so you got a brown guy with a turban running against Trudeau, who's all lefty liberal and Muslim. And it's like the rest of Canada is going to go, "Oh, fuck no." And yeah, it's going to go conservative and hopefully stay there for a while. We realize stupid gun laws. You know, right now, the only person who doesn't have to have a full photo picture of themselves on their firearms license, which, you know, like we get and it lasts for 10 years, and is a Muslim. A Muslim, because they wear scarves over their faces, doesn't have to have a picture on their gun license.
Well, that sounds like a loophole to me.
Just a bit, huh?
What does that mean, Bob?
It means that, like, if you're a Muslim, you don't have to show your face on your gun license, which every other Canadian does.
And why is that?
It's because our prime minister's a fucking secret Muslim bastard.
Oh my God.
No, I
Who
don't.
cares? Fuck Canada. Who cares?
Yeah.
It really comes down to that. It's like, I'm almost ready to walk away, but I just keep hoping, no, because we got an election in 2 years, and then we're gonna get rid of this son of a bitch because everybody hates him. His polling numbers are down in the dumps. People are realizing he's just a fucking doofus. He's cost us trillions of dollars at this point. He actually told a veteran, "We don't have money for what you're asking for." A veteran is standing there on two artificial legs, got his legs blown off in Afghanistan, and he's telling this veteran, the veterans are asking for too much, right? And this is like 6 months after he just gave a fucking terrorist $10 million because he's had to stay in Guantanamo for a couple years.
Wow. I did my time in Guantanamo, and no, I don't even want to say. The Canadians, they're on our side, but Trudeau, I can't agree with them on any level.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm actually gonna go ahead and shut this down and go to bed. I really didn't feel like bitching about Canada and whatnot. So,
Yeah, okay.
I just wanted to give a quick update. Thanks everyone for watching and jumping in. And like I said, I'll do another one tomorrow at some point and hopefully get some other people that went to rallies.
Yeah. Well, it was good talking to you, Smeggie. I'm glad to hear that, you guys are getting your shit together. I'm hoping it's going to happen in a couple of weeks here or a week here in Canada, because we're getting attacked too by our government. So thanks, man.
So, all right. Yep. And thanks everyone for listening and whatnot. We'll see you later.